Ain't nothing to it, baby. What it do, y'all? It's your brother, man, from the motherland, coming to you guys live from the NY, back with another one of our Repent or Die podcast. For those that don't know who I am, I'm Junes, the original. For the Bantus, by blood, not by converse. You know I'm out here to splurge with the what? With the word. I want to give all praise and glory to the Father, for he is worthy to be praised. I want to give a shout out to all those that's been tuning in, subscribing. Hey man, we have 40. I'm about to say 40K. I'm jumping the gun already. We had 30K, and all of this would not be if it wasn't for you guys. So round of applause for you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So yesterday I had a great live with my brother, man. That will be the new episode for the weekly podcast. When I talk my whole politics, giving suggestions and insight on how we can get right and get closer to the Father and be the light for those that's moving in darkness, right? But let me just give a disclaimer. You know how the devil works, you know what I'm saying? He found a way to mess with the audio. I don't want to take the video down to edit it. I wanted to keep it raw and raunchy and uncut. You know what I'm saying? So you guys can know that these things was done on the fly. It wasn't premeditated or nothing. We were just like, yo, we'll bring you on. We're going to start at this time. You come on. You're going to speak what you speak, and we're going to flood the streets. And so far, so good. So, all of this is, very, very, very time consuming, very necessary, especially in the times that we in. And especially with the information that my brother brought forth yesterday when he said that by 2030, single individuals will increase to an all-time high. And if we are allowing that and we seeing that, then obviously there's a mechanism that's being used to cause this. So how do we challenge that? And what is our defense for this mechanism, right? See, the defense for this mechanism is reconnecting with your heritage, your culture, denouncing all of these philosophies. We've gotten this far for the embracement of European, satanic, Luciferian philosophies that was indoctrinated into us since slavery, right? That's continuously being indoctrinated through us, passing it to our children. Then from not only are we passing it to our children, but our children are now being fully exposed to it when they go to the schools, which they are in school for 8 hours a day, being fed nothing but lies, foolishness, and deceptions. So by the time they get 18, 19, 21, they're going to be so mentally confused that they're just gonna want to comply just to get by. And that's exactly what majority of us is doing. We just complying just to get by. Like, look, I don't want to bother nobody. I just want to make my money. I just want to take care of my family. I just want to have fun. I just want to go chill. I don't want to handle and be involved with things that are real, right? So because we don't want things that are real and we don't want to handle real situations, we pretend we rather deal with the fake stuff. So that's why we put the fake hair, fake weave, fake buzz, BBLs are sending you to hell. We wanna walk around with counterfeit money, counterfeit jewelry, all of these things. So all of these things has occurred because we're not living in a real reality no more. Right? We're living in a false reality. And one of the major issues that's going on within our culture, within our nation, our people, one of the main things that's going on, whether you believe it or not, one of the main things that's going on, right, is how religion has literally kept us in a space of slavery, right? So people ask me, how do we stop slavery? How do we stop racism? How do we stop all these things? The first thing that you have to do And I know some of you guys gonna find it hard to believe, especially coming from an individual like myself. The first thing that you're gonna have to do, you're gonna have to denounce these religions, man. Right? The word tells you we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against spiritual powers in high places. So if we dealing with spiritual powers, what do religion do? It's supposed to enlighten or feed your spirit. Now, it's been feeding our spirit for 400 years. Where are we? You let me know. Because the people that's running the world, they don't operate off religion. They tell you they're religious, right? Their claim that their claim of nationality through religion, right? Because being so-called Jewish doesn't mean you are. That's not a nationality. That's just a religion. Being a Muslim is not a nationality. It's just a religion, right? But for us, right? See, it's when it pertaining to them, they can use that as a nationality. And they could use that. And because they're using that as a nationality, they also got rules and laws in place to protect them from individuals who choose to comment and say certain things like the things that I be saying, right? So when I come on, hold on, let me do this right here, right? When I come on, I'm the first thing that I'm here to do, I'm here to expose these people for the lies and the deceptions and the confusion that they bring forth, right? But my war right now is not against these heathens, right? Because these heathens, they on borrowed time, man. The clock is ticking. They know that. Doomsday clock is around the corner, and they know that, right? My biggest issue right now is these brothers that's running around proclaiming something, knowing that this thing that they're claiming is leading our people astray, right? And as you can see by the title, let me give you guys the direct title, right? So as you can see by the title says what? Unmasking the Hebrew Israelites. Are they really God's devoted followers? Are they really following the ways of the Father? Are they really following the ways of our Creator? Ask yourself that. Ask yourself that. That's $1 million question. Are they? And if they are, then why are they still the tail and not the head? I ask this question all the time. Why are these individuals still the tail and not the head? And why the ones that are benefiting off this so-called ISIS, Ra'el, the ones that's benefiting off it is usually the people, you understand, that started the organization. And I'm talking about these brothers is living good. RVs, mansions, the whole shebang. You know what I'm saying? Having sit downs with powerful leaders, celebrities, comedians, whatever. You name it, they claim it. Right? So I ask these questions. So now the question that you got to ask yourself is, are these people really following the ways? Are they really following the ways of our Creator? Ask yourself. I want you to show me where in the word did the Father tell us to take our book to condemn brothers and sisters who don't know. See, what you guys are failing to realize, right? When you read the Old Test, and you pay attention, when our prophets was preaching the word, they was giving warning to individuals who knew who they was, knew their heritage, knew where they came from, knew what they stood on, and operated I guess not 100% according to the word. So the Father sent these messengers to give the fair warnings. Now you fast forward to today, right? When you fast forward to today, we're living in a society where, like I said in the beginning, where people is being brainwashed. From the minute you come out of the womb, you're being forced to oblige and participate in all the Luciferian complex. There's not going to be, every single child is going to participate in Christmas. You may not do it in your house, but they're going to do it in the school. You may not participate in Thanksgiving, but when your child go to school, he or she will be participating in it. You may not believe in Valentine's Day, but when your child is in school, he or she will be participating in it. So because this high exposure to evil and wickedness, our job as messengers, as the children of Akobi, is to bring light to individuals, not condemnation. We already condemned. We're condemned by the PTSD that we suffer from, that we've been suffering from for the last 400 plus years, if not 2,000, because they had us in slavery with the Arabs. Right? So how is these brothers now taking the word to bring forth truth, to enlighten people who's living in darkness? How do you do so? When you're using it to belittle people, you guys don't even know who's Esau. You don't know who's Ishmael. You don't know nothing. All these brothers is doing is copying and pasting. That's all they're doing. Copy and pasting. Everybody's not, for some apparent reason, I don't understand how we know that Jesus was an interjection. And they're able to interject that, what else are they able to interject? So why are you people reading the book like it's dead right? Like there's no incorrections, there's no nothing. Everybody's reading it like it's perfect. So I'm trying to figure out how did we get to this point where we know Jesus is interjection, we know these names is interjections, we know certain behaviors and patterns is interjections, but yet you guys is reading it like it's a straight, raw deal, 100% perfect book. Right? So now the question that I asked, right? You know, I wasn't going to do this, but I'm going to do it. You know what I mean? I wasn't going to do it, but I'm going to do it. See, the question that we ask, the $1 million question that we ask is simple. Hold on. Let me pull this up for you. Let me pull this up. Hold on. Let me take this down. Hide. Quit. I'm going to show you something. Hold on. Bear with me, guys. Show you something. Hold on, I'm gonna show you. Let me show you something. Hold on. I wasn't gonna talk about this, but I had to get this out the way. You know why? Because you know now that I have a large following on this TikTok, and you know TikTok usually pay attention to the things that you speak about, and you know I talk my talk, so you know they'll throw a little something for me to see, and the foolishness that I'll be seeing. I mean, man. You know what I'm saying? It is one of those, right? So I titled this: Are we really? Are these brothers really keeping the ways of the commands according to the Father? So let's go straight to the source, man. Let's go to Exodus. Let's go to 20. And no, this is just matter of fact. Before I even do that, let me show you guys this, right? You know, the word says, follow not the ways of the heathens, right? The word tells us that. Verbatim. Follow not the ways of the heathens. Now, somebody please show me this. Look at this. Look at this. What you see here are individuals that serve two masters. You know, the word tells you that you're not supposed to be mixing garments and fabric, right? You know, you're not supposed to do that. That's what I was looking for. But if any one of you guys can find it, please, put it in the chat so we can see it. But look, this right here, I just want you guys to see this. You see this right here. Now, look at this. Look at this. These are our people, guys. I want to know which tribe was he in Africa that now he's the chosen seed. I want to know which tribe he was in that he became the chosen seed. I want to know. Hair like wool. I want to know. These brothers look Arabian. He can pass for a Pakistani. He look like somebody that be working the halal truck. Tell me I'm lying. And this one right here look like he's part of the MS-13. Okay? This dude look like the dude from Get Out. And this guy right here look like Choke No Joke. Shout out Choke No Joke. No, we just joking around, big bro. You know what I'm saying? So when I see this and I see what they got on, where in the scriptures did they say that we're supposed to be walking around with a muumuu dressed on? I thought the word says don't wear things that's pertaining to a woman. Oh, a wife could wear this. She could wear this and run to the store quick fast. This is a dress. These dudes just cut off the side of the dress and put it on top and said, no, it's a garment. Who told you this was a garment? Where did you get this understanding that this right here was a garment? Where did you get this understanding? And this is the stuff that I be talking about. These are the reasons into why we still the tail and not the head. See, this is what religion has done. Here's brothers that got precepts upon precept, line upon line. They know every precept that there is, but don't even realize that they're breaking commands. They're breaking commands. Some of these people don't realize that the word was given unto the children of Akobi. It wasn't given unto none of these people. I don't know who these people are. I'm trying to figure out what prophecy did these brothers experience through curses. Because I'm watching these brothers now. When you come into here in New York, who's doing all the construction and all the buildings? I see Mexicans. Show me where in New York have you seen police gun down Mexicans? When did you see a Mexican get hung on a tree? I'll wait for it. When you find these things, you bring it forth to me. Because the word says, marvel not that when they hated you, just know that they hated me first. And just know that these same people that we're calling relatives, these same people got hatred for us too. Puerto Ricans don't like black people. I showed you a video, I think it was last summer, how the Dominican Republics was kicking out Haitians, chasing them with machetes and beating them with bats. I showed you that. I show you where in Argentina, where they literally made a decree to make that place fully so-called white, and they eradicated the black people. Black people is like a very small percentage. These people, even out in Brazil, where the majority of the children of Akobi dwell, these people have issued laws, put the whole demonic foolishness over there. So I be trying to figure out, how are we running around saying, are we really keeping the Father's ways? Fathers say stay away from the enemy. We're not supposed to intertwine with evil. You guys is thinking it is about behavior. It's not about just behavior. It's behavior, it's characteristics, it's nationality and bloodline. You see when Cain got close to Abel, what Cain did to Abel? From that moment on, we read the word. From that moment on, we've been moving on point. Like, oh no, see, we stay away. Steph knew not to rock with Cain. Cain was a curse. So we know that these people to be cursed. You see them When you see them, you can tell that these are cursed individuals. They created makeup to hide that cursed image. They create things to hide the fact that they are the weak genetic makeup of the earth. You know why they're the weakest genetic makeup of the earth? Maybe because the person that created the earth didn't create them. You ever ask yourself that question? So when I see the so-called Hebrew Israelites saying foolishness like Esau is the end of the world, give me second Esdras. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the one that follow. Silly rabbits, tricks are for kids. You don't even know what you're reading. Esau was already the end of the world. Esau been the end of the world since him, and it's when him. Let me ask you a question. Nobody ever asked this question, right? If Esau is the white man and the Romans is the white man, so how is Esau answering to the Romans, to Caesar? Why? Because when you really pay attention, you'll start to notice that Esau was never white. He's a black man. Esau was the face. Esau was the man that opened the gates to allow these heathens to come around us. And when they came around us with a military might. And remember, when you read the word, we're not allowed to fight unless we get the order from our Creator. Remember when we tried to do our own thing, we went to do our own business and disobey, and we was getting slaughtered. We ran back, and the Father said, "What? Who told you? I didn't give you permission." So that's why when they came, we didn't give them permission. I mean, the Father didn't give us permission. Because we knew if we was to engage, we would be destroyed. Similar to what you see now. We haven't gotten any permission. You know why? Because we're not able to connect with our creators, because religion has become the blindfold or the centerpiece or the mediator between you and your Father. Ain't that what the word says? I am the mediator between you and your Creator. Was religion... Was there a mediator between Abram and our Creator? Was there a mediator between Enoch and our Creator? So when all of these things are manifesting and it's showing itself, you got to ask yourself these questions. You got to ask yourself these questions. So why do we need a mediator now? If I'm His children and we're the promise, why do I need a mediator? Nobody questioned these things. But we got precept upon precept, line upon line. Everybody. Listen, these people, you have this brother right here. Let me put him right in front of my face so you guys can see this. You have this brother right here, the one that looked like the dude from Takeout to Get Out, right? You get this brother right here. This brother will look identically similar to people in Africa, and he will deny them access to the word because he's going to tell them that he's Hamite. But then get this big, I don't know what you call this, halal truck driving individual who ain't never suffered no curses of Deuteronomy, never dealt with Roman persecution, nothing. And say that you're my relative because of a chart that was created by a Luciferian individual you guys don't know nothing about. When the original creators of this so-called 12 tribes chart, one of the founding fathers admitted, I got the videos. He was like, nah, it was like, we know that 12 tribe chart was fake, but we used it because it was a bait. This is how you was able to gather people in. Remember, in the 1960s, it was a religious phenomenon taking place within America, right? You had the Nation of Islam. You had people leaving these Catholic churches. You got brothers coming out with the God bodies. The 7%ers, the 5%ers, whatever these people are. You know what I'm saying? We had everything being created around those times. And when you pay attention and you pay attention and you understand that everything was a power structure, and the people that was teaching these Hebrew Israelites was rabbis. Who is these rabbis? Wow, how is the rabbis giving us biblical information, knowing that the biblical information was never given to them? This word says, Psalms 147 verse 19 says, only unto Jacob have I given my word to. So only us gonna understand it. But you refuse to see that. And you can see by the characteristics. Look, who said that this was our culture? Who said that this was a Bantu? Because I can show you people in the Holy Land right now not dressing like this. I can show you people with borders of blue. Hold on, let me see if I can find it on my screen. I can show you people with borders of blue. Hold on. Let me show you. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Give me a second, guys. See if I can find people with the borders of blue. Can't allow you can't allow these people to feed you your information no more, man. I tell you guys this all the time. The word says, study to show yourself approved unto him, not unto me. And then those that's taking the word or going into their studies to rebuttal and to find contradiction into the things that we're saying, you're already off and you're going to be destroyed. I'm just keeping in a stack, fam. I'm just keeping in a stack. You're going to be destroyed. I got so much information. Hold on. Damn, I got a lot of information. Hold on. I'm going to show you. You should know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. A lot of us, let's keep it 100. We don't want to be set free. We want to be accepted by the enemy. We don't want freedom. We want exception. We want acceptance by the enemy. We want to be accepted by the evil ones. We want to be accepted. We want to follow their ways. We want get back. We got brothers out here preaching the word. Oh, Esau, get on your knees. You shall bow to me. Bow to what? You don't even know the first meaning or the first understanding of being a king, being a prince. And you talking about Esau's gonna get on your knees and they're gonna bow to you. And do what? I'll wait for it. You gotta let me know what they're gonna do. When you sit back and you realize, look at this madness. Look at this madness. Look at this madness. Look at this madness. Every single one of these people is colored people. How does a European become created by two black people? How does Moab be created knowing that he came from two black people? Isis Ra Elite. You see this? Isis Ra Elite is now, here's him. Here is him. Him and him was born together. And we don't have no resemblance, nothing. Has science betrayed us? You know, you guys love to uphold science, genetic makeup. Because when you see me, if you was to see my son, you're gonna see me. If you was to see my daughter, you're gonna see me. So I'm trying to figure out, where did we fall where we don't have no resemblance? I can go outside right now and see a man and we can have some level of resemblance, whether it's through height, whether it's through speech, whether it's through the way that we operate, our skin tone, etc. you'll find resemblance. How did this man whose father was Abram, who married an Egyptian, he ain't marry her, who made love and gave birth, or impregnated an Egyptian, who gave birth to now saying that this man right here is a relative. Where's the connection? You see what religion has done? Religion has destroyed the people. These Hebrew Israelites thinking that they're keeping customs and heritage. No, you're not. You're following the ways of the oppressor. New Year's is in September. You're gonna celebrate it? You're gonna celebrate it, or you're gonna say that I'm going off. But the same people that you're mimicking know till it to be New Year's, and they call it Rosh Hashanah. Passover is gonna be end of September, early October. Are you going to celebrate it? Absolutely not, because these heathens told you to keep tabernacles is in October. They told you that, and you guys run with this. You guys are not learning. You guys are not putting the pieces together, because if you was putting the pieces together, if you was doing your studies according to the Enoch calendar, if you was to know where the Holy Land is, you would then realize that, hold on, we're supposed to be operating on holy time, not Euro time. And that's what you guys are doing. And you guys are wondering why you guys are the tail and not the head. You running around thinking that we have some level of relationships to these individuals. Every single person that you see here wants you dead, Bantu. Every single person that you see here wants you dead, Bantu. Every single person that you see here wants you dead, Bantu. Ishmael is selling you cigarettes, tobacco, malt liquor, what else? Malt liquor, Fronto, chips that got red 40 in it. Everything that's bad for you. They even serving you bacon. They're not even supposed to touch bacon in their land, but for you, they'll give it to you. Right? We already know what Edom is doing. Right? Everybody's getting situated. Right? That's what they're telling you, right? That's what they're telling you, right? These are our relatives. Right? But they related to us. But yet these are the people that want us dead. Let's go to the word. Let's go to the word, because obviously you people must have forgot. So let me show you something. Let me show you something. We live. We outside today. Shout out to my brother Moses, man. He said we outside. And he's absolutely right. We outside. Let me show you something. Hebrews, talk to me. And you're just as bad as these Jewish people, right? Jewish people claim to, because they're Jewish and they following a religion, they use that as a reason to be a nationality. You, on the other hand, you calling yourself a Hebrew, which is just a word. So it's not a nationality. It's a word. It's a language. So now you are a language Israelite. I am a language Israelite. From the tribe of what? Do you know that the people that was taken from the land? Do you know that the people that was taken from the land was already in tribes? I got the thing on my TikTok. I'm gonna upload it. You know, I gotta edit it and do it accordingly. You understand? When you pay attention to the five, they have 5 main tribes that was taken from the Holy Land. and you were shipped into these areas. But now all of a sudden, now you're just this new proclaimed ISIS Ra elite from a chart. You're picking out from a chart that is super inaccurate. And I ask brothers and sisters every day, please, northern tribes, that's the Hispanics, right? What prophecy happened to you? Show me in Genesis 49 where you can honestly say that, yep, this is me right here. Show it to me. Show it to me. Show it to me. You will never be able to, because these things never happen to you. Because the story, and this is no disrespect, am I saying that there's not black Hispanics? Those individuals are the ones that's too poor to make it out of the house. They can't even afford to make money to fly to America where they can be noticed. I'm not saying that there's no black Hispanics out here. There's a lot. But let's not act like the majority is us coming from these locations, coming back to America or going back to the Holy Land. No, it's not. No, it's not. Saddam what's the dude name? Fidel Castro looked just like Saddam Hussein. These people can be relatives. Look at the nose. Look at the eyes. Look at their hands. You're going to really see that there's no relationship to these individuals with us. And I'm not, and listen, for those that do have the blood of Akobi, the E1B1, for those that do have it, you know that you have it because, like the word said, wisdom is known of her children. So when you hear the word and you hear the name Sunini Nanini, if it doesn't irritate you, then you are the seed. If it does irritate you, and you don't, and you're like, no, I'm Jesus. That's who you are. You are the children of Jesus. Oh, you ain't know. You ain't know Jesus had children? Let me tell you who's Jesus' children. The Pope is Jesus' child. Christopher Columbus is Jesus' child. Christopher Columbus and his army is Jesus' child. All of these people are Jesus' child. Islam, Jesus' children. Jesus' children funded Islam to make sure that you was in captivity. Everybody had their hands on your demise. The Arabs took the east side of Africa. The Europeans took the west side of Africa. And then when they splitted it and they removed everybody, they broke bread amongst themselves. So the Arabs said, look, we got these niggas off the land, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the northern region of Africa. And these Europeans said, great. We're going to take the southern regions of Africa. And that's exactly what they've done. You so slow to realize that religion took you off the land. Religion took your mind, your heart, and your soul from earning and crying out to your creators, seeking the Holy Land. Religion took that away. Religion took fear away, right? Religion made you not even fear God. What does Ecclesiastes 12:12? Let's hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Father and keep his commandments, for that's the whole duty of man. They don't even teach you to fear. Religion took away fear for our Creator and made you have faith in a faker, a man maker, a man that looks like the same people that put shackles around your neck, that was speaking fluent Hebrew that you couldn't understand, so that they mocked you and said that we had slaves that had no language, that didn't know how to speak, read, or write. They tried to play us like we were super stupid. And we became intelligent when they gave us access. Shout out to my brother when he said, The man that wins the war is the one that gets to rewrite history. Let me say that again. The man that wins the war is the one that gets to rewrite history. And guess what, people? Your whole history has been rewritten. And it's been rewritten when? In 1605, by 1611 was authorized by the enemy. You heathens and Hebrews and heathenites is running around claiming that this man is a person of color. How? You see the nose? How? You see the lips? How? Do you see the haircut? Stop. Let's stop the madness. Let's stop the lies. Let's stop the confusion. The confusion is leading us to a full-fledged ditch. Like I said yesterday, religion has been leading us to the Wailing Wall. You Hebrew Israelites, because you're not there in Israel right now, but I guarantee you, if you had the opportunity to go there, you guys would have went to the Wailing Wall. You probably would have been praying too. Because you are who you call on. You call on Lucifer, you got to do Lucifer activities. You called on Lucifer, you got to do Lucifer's activities. There's no if, buts, and maybes. You have to do it. And you have to embrace it and love it and honor it and stand behind it and be willing to die for it too. I had a brother that told me, he said, yo, man, I ain't gonna lie. I'm going to die calling on this European name. He said that. I said, word? See, individuals like that, when I see that, that means you have heart in your heart to the point where you refuse information. You would rather die listening to a fairy tale lie, counterfeit, than being a righteous man that you're proclaiming to be and doing your homework and your studies to show yourself approved unto your Father. These dudes is studying to show themselves approved unto themselves and upon their peers and, of course, their superior. Who's their superior? The handlers. The handlers. And then gonna have the audacity and try to condemn a Christian because he celebrates Christmas. But yet you celebrating Passover on the wrong day. So which one is worse? He that knows the law shall be judged by the law, and he that don't know that won't be judged. I think our ancestors would have more mercy on somebody that just didn't know. It's like, yo, look, I was in captivity. I was just doing what I thought it was normal. So now the judgment is going to be based on your characteristics. What was you doing? Was you helping people? Was you loving? Did you have envy and hatred in your heart for anybody? That's what you get judged by when you don't know the law. See, when you do know the law, everything is going to be like, so you know about Passover, so why did you keep it on this time? Watch how individual will be stuttering. But some of you guys won't even make it to see the Creator. Some of you guys won't even make it to see the Creator. Some of you guys won't even make it to see it. Because why would he want to conversate with somebody who's not even calling his name right? Our Father says he only listens to the tongue of his children that's calling on his name according to his language. Zephaniah 3, look it up. Shout out to Moses for saying that. When I looked, I was like, damn, you're right. But here's brothers proclaiming to be the Isis Ra'el, but can't speak a jot of Hebrew. Nobody can speak a jot of Hebrew. Not one. Not one. These dudes say a Hebrew credo. Who talks like that? Disgusting. Let's go into one of these Jewish communities and show the people that you can have an in-depth conversation, speaking nothing but Hebrew. And I don't want the newbies. I want the ones that's fully invested. I'm talking about those that got 10 years in the game. 10 years. If you got 10 years in this truth, in this so-called Hebrew Isis Ra'el elite, if you got 10 years, then you should be able to have a diverse conversation with our people. Or is it too hard for you to understand? Is the writings too much for you to comprehend? These dudes is drawing. These are drawings, counterfeits. But yet, we the Hebrew Israelites. And if we are the Hebrew Israelites, where are we going? I heard a brother say, well, man, the second Exodus is amongst us. I looked at this man. I said, yo, son, this dude is out here tweaking. What's wrong with him? He all right? He needs some soup. He needs some soup. He needs some guidance. You need some wisdom. Wisdom will not dwell in you. Read the book of Sirach. Wisdom will not dwell in you as long as you participate in evil. She departs, you heard? She departs and she waits. She sees if you're going to come back. Some of you guys thinking that you're walking with wisdom. Yeah, you're walking with the Ruach Kadash. That is the Kabbalah spirit. Look it up. I did a whole lesson about it. Look it up. The Kabbalah spirit. That's who you calling on. Fallen deities. Spirits you don't know nothing about. Languages that you can't even speak. Just because you know how to say the devil's name in another tongue doesn't mean that you know how to speak the language. Lost. I be working with these Jewish heathens. I be seeing them. They be talking to each other. I said, but he just said. All of them, even in the Middle East. You should hear how the Arabs speak. Sound like roosters. But yet these are us. Yet this is our language. But yet I can't find a single black person that knows how to speak fluent Hebrew. Even people in Africa. Even people in Africa. The language that's spoken is not Aramaic. Our language was before Aramaic. Okay? They told you that because they don't want to show you how long you've been in power. How civilization evolves and operates around you. You see it right now. Who keeps in America afloat? Us. Who keeps you entertained? Us. Where do you get the real biblical understanding from? Us. This is a fact. This is not me trying to be you know boastful or bashing. We just speaking facts. The word said he was going to give us unto the hands of our enemies. But religion has now told you that the same enemies are your relatives. You have to make that make sense. Moab is my relative, but Moab is, like I said yesterday, Moab is my relative, but yet Moab has no problem putting nail polish on my hands, putting it under a machine that studies that's just now coming out, showing that it gives cancer. Giving you guys watermelon that has no seeds in it. Giving you guys soda and juice that got high fructose corn syrup. Giving you pesticide-filled bananas. What are we talking about? But these are our relatives. Then you got these Europeans that's running around. You already know what they've done. You already know what they've done. If I gotta expound on that, then you just lost in the source. You need to jump off a cliff because you ain't meant for to be here. You ain't meant to be in this war. I'm saying it real. Anybody that's not being aware to what's going on in this world, you need to just jump off a cliff. If you don't see the prophecies that's being revealed, how the New Jerusalem is being created brick by brick. Did you hear what I just said? Brick by brick. Let that meditate. Meditate on that. Metaphorical talk right now. Jerusalem is being built by brick by brick. I'll let you figure that out. While Jerusalem is being built by brick, the bricks over here is being taken down. Everything here is being taken away. Your freedom, your livelihood is being taken away. These people is going to really start having us on some Hunger Games. And those that's going to remain here and deal with those are those that's not taking heed to the word. Or those that's proclaiming to be ISIS Rael. There don't be no exodus for no ISIS Rael. Where you think you're going? Where you think you're going with this on? Where you think you're walking with this on? Where? When I seen this, I just had to I had to screenshot it. I said, this is madness at its highest order. This man got a whole book bag on. Look, he probably got halal food in there. So when these dudes finish preaching this foolishness, they gonna feed him. He's gonna feed all of them. Look at his face. He look hungry. This one right here look like he about to rob somebody. Look at his face. This is our relatives, guys. Look at his face. He's plotting. I've been patiently waiting for the mic to explode on. He looked like he looked like he wanted opportunity to street preach to. He's looking like he's seen the ops. Matter of fact, all of them looking like they seen the ops. Except, listen, the two, it must have been cops around. See, these people are not afraid of the police. These people, worried. I'm going to just preach and serve halal food. Come on. I mean, at some point, we got to start putting things into proper perspective, guys. At some point, we got to start saying to ourselves, like, something is not making sense. Something is not making sense. You know Mexicans had slaves? You know Native Americans had slaves? I'm talking about full-fledged owning slaves. You know some Native Americans took away black people's rights to claim to be Native Americans. They took their what they call that privilege. They just took away the title. It slipped my mind. It's at the tip of my tongue, but it's not in my brain. But they took that away. And these people is going to court fighting, trying to get that back. Foolish, silly rabbits. Tricks are for kids. You heard what I said? Silly rabbit. Tricks are for kids. You guys are kids. You guys are a living sacrifice unto Moloch. You have give myself away so you can abuse me. I give myself away. And among them gave themselves away to Lucy. And among them gave themselves away. And among them gave themselves away to Lucifer. Gave themselves up to Baal. Gave themselves up to Jesus. Jesus, Azus, Zeus, Lucifer. I seen something on TikTok where somebody said Zeus was black. I said, oh, here we go again. Same old, though, just a different day. Here we go again. That's all I could say. Every time I see these things, I say to myself, here we go again. We busting our behinds to take you away from the foolishness. And individuals come with another deception to bring you 10 steps back. This is what they do. This is what philosophy has done. This is what religion has done. Head-on collision. Spiritual division that's going to lead you for eternal prison. Are you dumb or are you dumb? What are you not understanding? What am I saying that you're not comprehending to it? What you're not comprehending is the fact that you've been lied to. You guys prefer the lies because with the truth comes freedom. With the truth comes freedom, and you guys prefer to be in shackles. You don't want to be free. You want to be accepted. You want to be amongst the heathens. You want to dwell amongst them. You want to break bread with them. You want to drink the wine with them. You want to drink the blood of Christ together. You want to eat. You want to eat the body. And if you was to share, and if you guys was to really share this so-called body, you know these heathens gonna make sure they get the best piece. And they're gonna leave you with this crumbs. And you know what's the crumbs? The intestines, the booty hole, the nuts. No, they like nuts. These heathens like nuts. The big toe, the pig feet. Yes, the Christ feet. That's what they're going to give you. And you're going to eat it. And you're going to cock it back with some wine. And you're going to scream out, hallelujah. And then wake up in the morning and say, wow, I've been keeping the commands. But yet I'm still a bum. I've been following the ways of the Father, but I'm still a bum. I'm out here dressed and looking like this. This is how I'm coming outside, guys. This is supposed to be a royal nation right here. Where's the royalty? Where's the royalty? Where's the royalty? Where's the royalty? Somebody please show it to me. Oh, it's in your heart, right? I know that works, and I know y'all in poverty, but thou art rich. And I know those that say that they're Jews, but are not. That word, you know that was an interjection. I know those that say they are a Bantu, but are not. You know that was an interjection. We know those that say they are a Bantu, but are not. But from the house, from the sin at God. Sin for God. That's what the synagogue is. We sin for God. Yo, you gonna sin for God? Pull up in my synagogue if you want to sin for God. Because all we're gonna do is live a life of sin and lies and deception and denial. And when a brother like myself say you going off, what's the first thing? What's the first thing that they tell you when you tell them something that they can't forbear? Prove it in the scriptures, Ak. Okay. How about let's just start off with Genesis chapter 13, verse 1. Read. Then we could go all the way down to 18. Read that too. You said prove all things. I'm proving it to you. Let's go to Daniel chapter 5. Let's go to Daniel 5, verse 25. Tell me what language is that? And if I was to Google search that in the Hebrew, it's going to be something else. So who's lying? Who's lying? Is it me? Or is it the ones that our big brother was exposing, him and his children? And like I said, those brothers like this, these are the ones you got to worry about. These are the Johnny Brascos. These are the coconuts. These are the coconuts. These are the individuals that say that they believe and they doing the will of the Father, but knowing that they really doing the will of Lucifer. Coconuts. And you know why? Let me show you. Let me break this down for you. You know why? You know why these people right here, 1, 2, are so adamant in claiming to be a Hebrew and participating in it? Because you guys is calling on their daddy, Jesus. You're calling on their daddy, Jesus. You calling on their daddy, Lucifer. Jesus. Remember? Ain't that a Spanish? Ain't that a Latin name? Don't you notice that the word was always changed from Greek to Latin, then to English? Nobody never questioned that. It went from Hebrew to Greek to Latin, and now it's in English. Who are these people? When you realize who was with Pontius Pilate when they signed the decree, pay attention to the story, man. You can say whatever you want, but this is the truth, guys. You shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Free from this. Free from this lie. Free from this deception right here. What the heck is this? The words say you're not supposed to be mixing garments. Why are they mixing garments? We got cotton, we got linen. His drawers is probably silk, who knows? Who knows? And you're wondering why we still the tail and not the head. And get mad and get upset when individuals like myself expose you for what you are. When I did the breakdown of the Star of David, and I show you that the Star of David is not David, our forefathers, but Meg David, a European man who created that to justify, to give them their own space. He created that. And you put that on your chest and you walk around with that as a badge of honor. And then I showed how brothers is calling on Goat Lucy, praying to it. These brothers said, yo, man, we need to sit down. Had another brother, what is this, Divine Prospect? Yo, come on my show. Bring your resources. I can't bring my resources. I can't. You know why? Because wisdom is known of her children. So the things that I speak was given to me by my moms and my pops. See, I do what my daddy do. You do what your daddy do. If you knew me and we was one and we was a family, you would have knew what our speech. You would have knew my speech. You would have knew our fathers, our ancestors, our mothers. You would have knew them. You don't know them because you are not of them. You are of your father, the devil, and the lust of your daddy you will do. Facts. So are you guys really keeping the law? Absolutely not. Following the ways of the Gentiles. Breaking the commands when it comes to garment. Oh, my bad, you want the grace, right? There's only one person that gives us grace, and his name is Sunini Nanini. Our big brother didn't come to die so you guys can be under grace. No, they killed him so they can remain, so they can have grace upon themselves for a short period of time. That grace wasn't for us. That grace is for them. See, when they killed them, they was like, look, we got him. We got him out the way, guys. We finally got him out the way. So that gives us enough time to rule, to enjoy. And in the process, while we ruling and enjoying ourselves, let's kill even more of the children of Akobi. Are you dumb or are you dumb? So when I say these things and I bring forth information like this, brothers like you, women like this get upset. Because the truth is what's going to set us free. But the truth is what you don't want. You do not want to be set free. You like being in captivity. In your heart, you want to be a genetically modified European. So I'm going to say this before I depart. You want to put an end to slavery? You want to put an end to our misery? You really want to? The first thing you must do is denounce religion. Because religion is what put you in slavery. And religion is what's keeping you in slavery. Religion and fear is what put you in slavery. Religion and faith is what's keeping you in slavery. You let that meditate into your mind. It's your brother, man, from the motherland. I came to you guys live. For those that don't know who I am, if you don't know who I am by now, shame on you. But I will tell you, I am him. Mr. Keep my foot on you heathens, you Hebrews, and the newly installed heathenites next. Are you dumb or are you dumb? Father, say it one time for the one time. And I'ma holler at y'all. One. But before we go, we know we gotta play this.
Hooray! Come on, sir! Hooray! Kita! Killer man! Hirwata! Tamarumo! Hasicha! Where were you when I'm sick? Where were you when I'm there? Sofa skichi, emoye. Sofa skichi, etati, kichi, kichima. Sipram konto. alliance, shoot to kill, Yamaza, kill the poor, the farmer, kill the poor, the farmer. Brr, pa, pa, brr, pa, pa. Attention.